is it this uneducated prophet that will balance anything? And please, mark my words, I'm not just saying uneducated prophet. There are so many people that are really uneducated to their old age and then they go back to school. They only certify their literacy and they make it look like they are literate. Because if you have missed out and you are 29, 30 before going to write one WAEC inside one bush, and then you are not going to one university like now, and then all of a sudden by 34 you say you are a graduate, you are not a proper graduate. Yes. You have missed out on a lot of things from normal regular, going to school, going to the university, being a jambito, you know, all those full-time stuffs. You missed out on that. So there's going to be a lot of things. And now you're in a position of authority when you are going to school. So you are going to be an illiterate that is strong-headed. Mm-hmm. And that's what happens to most of these guys that are prophets and all. They are not professionals now.
Education is no longer limited to the 4 walls of school.
Yeah.
Yes. In the comfort zone of your room and be educated.
I don't usually like that kind of education. You see, there's something they wrote on our certificates when we graduate. Not only have you certified the courses you've come for, but having certified also passing through the 4 walls of the university. Yeah, there are certain things now, like security. Some people don't take their security perfectly. But if you're in school, you know how to do that. Some people don't know how to do relationships. In school, you do that because in my class alone, maybe you have like 70 girls, if you're in 100 level, for example, and then you have to sift through the 70 girls to pick the one that is going to be your own love, for example, and you have to be able to convince her to see you as the best man for the job. And then you have to, otherwise you people will get pregnant now. So you have to discipline yourself enough to love someone who is also reading her books, and you have limited resources in the university. You have to manage your resources. You know how many people cannot manage their money? If you are going to school and Papa those days, they give us 1,500 for a whole month. They will give you the 1,500 want. There is no ATM, there is no nothing. So you have to figure out how to keep your money so that it won't be lost. You need to figure out what you are buying first, rice, yam, beans, and how to do. We were using stove those days and hot plates. So you have to figure out all these things, and those are things that our debt does now that we are grown. But most of us think education is scam, but you won't know that you have this large heart and creativity and all of this because you learned it directly in school. And you are not only learning by yourself, you are learning among multitudes. Because we are plenty. University students are like 3,000, 4,000, and all of you are going to be on campus. Even for close to where? The languages you speak, you are going to choose your friends. All of these things are education on its own that you can't get if you are just at home typing one laptop. So those mix, you won't get them. And it's something that shapes your life going forward. You know, some people now, they are timid. Today, we participate in student politics. Like I was a student union PR of my school during my time. You go for elections, you go for rallies, just like they do with Peter Obi and Atiku. We do it all over the school, canvassing. Sometimes we do mini stuff like maybe if you do biros, you dash people just to canvass for votes and all. You do manifestos, and then you get, like I had an office when I was in school, even as a student union executive. We had the bosses they gave to us. All those things had actually built us for real life. That people who have not been to school before, they can never have that experience. And you're having the experience among people of your age, so to say, because nobody is really taller than each person. You are 100 level, 200, everybody is like the same age range. And you know youthful energies. You play football, you go to fellowships. You know, I was the general secretary of CU First then for my side. So you see all these things you have to go through is actually the best form of training that is making education better. But some people will think it's not. You go to one now, you go to school only when you're writing exams. You can't even tell.
Online.
Now, see Tinubu now. Most people are dragging Tinubu because we can't even mention his mate.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
If you go to now, who is your mate? Because when you want to go write exam, all of you will just be like this. Maybe if you say, you're in this class, you don't even know their name. Except you know the person outside before, exactly. Then you can say, I know this person.
You can still make friends there. I don't see, making friends for me is not...
Making friends is not school education. No. You know the meaning of school? You have roommates. Like me, I lived in a place, we called it Abuja Hostel. We were like 1,500 only meal hostel. It's like 4 stories like this in like 5 different places. All of us are there. They just did it like secondary school, like round. So that middle is where everybody. You see people staying in front of the house. You're shouting, I'm hungry. You'll be shouting on top 4th floor here. I'm hungry. Somebody from that place say, I cook beans, can't take you. You know, like.
They be walking naked.
Yes, we walk naked. All of us. This is
the life, eh?
Hostel life is crazy. All of us have a bathroom that is open. There is no door, nothing. Exactly. Once you come into the door, everything is like this. So if you want to bath, you put your bucket down and start bathing. No be say you go wear pants anything.
Yeah.
All of us are naked like this, like prisoner. That's how we bathe. Then we making jest of us.
Exactly.
That was when I knew I was number 3 when we were doing this Ebola study. Baba, some people. That was when I knew that God no share this thing equal.
Honestly, no, it's not.
There's a boy we call him hero those days. Jesus. Look at this book from head to toe. That's what it. It's not like if he's walking, he usually use boxers to tie to his laps. And as at that time,
Gifted.
that is the problem.
That's problem.
That's problem. If he's moving, he can't play football. He doesn't play football. You can't run. He's like this. Sometimes we will say, "Are you sick?"
Simple pendulum.
But those of us that are number 3, and then you now have some people that cannot even talk. Until we left school, their confidence was bad. Why? You know, people that are just like this, and they will be looking at other people that are, to the glory of God. Apart from the extra excessive rubbish, we don't even care about him. So once you have the average, those things now build confidence. Some people cannot even stay where 3 people are naked. They feel bad. And they can't even talk about it. And apparently, if your confidence is down that way, it affects your sexuality, even when you are married. And you see some married people struggling with all of these things, just because you've been to a 4 walls of a school that has that kind of facility. And it's not secondary school. Secondary school, you people are under one teacher, they will be shouting on you, you don't go there, don't they? But university, you are yourself teacher. Everybody is out on his own.